Okay, I don't have an intro for today because I'm tired. It's just one of those days where you wake up to take a piss in the middle of the night, right? From your dreams and your sleep, and then you come back and you can't sleep, and it's 5 a.m. And then you stay up and you stay up, and now your shoulder's inflamed and your neck really hurts, and you took a nap, but you still don't have any energy. But let's see. This is basically the hardest type of day to commit to drawing or practicing anything, right? You're tired, your cognitive faculties are in decline, and okay, it's recording. I don't know why I keep checking, but that's because I am a very proactive individual. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Okay, well, now that I look at this, I like the things I was doing with the shapes. Line quality aside, this is obviously just not that good, right? We can acknowledge that. The perspective here is off in terms of it's converging way too fast. It's just off. It's just off, right? I really lost, and it's not centered either. I really well, it was centered, but then I did all the other things like because I kept fucking up, so I just filled it in. But yeah, I mean, I think there could have been a good idea because like this is an interesting shape, but I really kind of lost it with the idea I had going with this. So, but today is not a drawing from imagination day. I realized that the past 2 days have been from imagination. Um, so like I will be segmenting, and I think I mentioned prior, right, that I would be doing reference, imagination, reference, imagination. I actually forgot about that. But so today we'll do from reference. What does that mean? Well, that means I'll still be practicing the basic shapes, right? The mannequin that I created for this drill-like shape, this handheld drill-like shape, right? But then I'll essentially do a couple of those that I've already been doing, and then I will do a very simplified mannequin of the multiple drills I have in reference here. And I want to at least draw maybe a few. So that's the goal for today. Yeah, my fucking god, I'm so fucking sore. Okay, let's start. So, and I think I established that I wanted to practice doing it from different angles as well, right? So if we do something like I'm also gonna really think about the angle that I want to establish while I continue to do so, like while I continue to draw, because it's important to think about that as well, right? Thinking is the great what the fuck am I trying to say? Great equalizer, sure, I guess. But that is the most important. We have to think. Okay, like obviously that perspective is a bit off, right? I curved it a bit very incorrectly, but it's okay. Just keep going. And then yeah, man, this shit gets so wonky. Holy shit. And which way do I want to do it? I could do it like this. Wait, so what's happening here? Ah, yes, okay. And then something like this, right? There you go. Keep going. Question is, I guess it's coming through this way, and then again, like that. Okay. And then I'm trying to think, it would be something like this. And what do we have? What do we have here? We could do bottomless. So if it's going like that, oh wait, it's going like this. This is the straight, so yeah, don't expect much riveting commentary today, even though I'm quite the commentary god, because I'm really trying to focus. Yeah, I don't have the brain capacity to make my usual top tier commentary, but also draw. See, I fucked up the perspective because of you pieces of shit. It's explaining things. It fucked me up. I fucked that up too. Just ignore the fuck up. When in doubt, pretend like you didn't mess up. Right? Oh, that was not centered. That's a fuck up too. That's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the Art Wad scooter workout likely, starting tomorrow. Jesus, that is so off center. Holy shit. Oh, that's something I can continue to work on as well. And there's no point getting all down about it. And it's like so. Interesting. It really is like 5 steps backwards, 2 steps forwards, but I don't have any legs. So that's gonna be yesterday's video's description. A little. That's not even a teaser. I'm just repeating my own joke. Yeah, that was a bit fucky. It's funny that this is a skill in of itself, right? If I do it like this, I can find the center. If I do it like this, suddenly finding the. If I do it from this way, suddenly finding the center is so much more difficult for some reason. But I probably should have just aligned it with this, no? That would have been the center right there. Would it have? Yeah, it would have been, I guess. Well, that's okay. Bit misaligned, but it is what it is. Okay, let's start from. Let's do another one from the bottom. This one, have it go like this. Okay. Also, I don't know how many of my audience is ever going to be Tamil, Sri Lankan, whatever, but I was just rewatching some Endiran scenes, or as James and Alex from Couch Hop like to say when they fucking did their reaction, Endiran! Entiran! Yeah, but it's kind of sad to see because all the comments are just shitting on Indian people, but I'm kind of used to it at this point. People don't really like us. But it's a good movie, man. Good movie. I was just rewatching some scenes, but the music is so good. It's unfortunate there isn't actually any of the Tamil version of the full movie on YouTube. I think that's on Amazon now. But god damn it, the fucking Tamil music is so good. I'm just humming it right now. So good. Yeah, the CGI does not does not age well, but I get it for the time. It was really good CGI, right? Like especially what Tamil movies had to offer. But there's a lot of cope in the comments being like, now we're on par with Hollywood. I get it. Indian people have a lot of pride. I'm well aware of that fact. But come on, man, it's not on par with Hollywood. Although I did read an interesting fact. Apparently, the director of Infinity War was really really enjoyed the final climax scene. Was inspired by it, I believe, something like that. I don't know. And Age of Ultron, sorry, not same fucking guy. I don't fucking know. So it's like this. Okay, so we got this. Yeah, we're gonna make it just straight up like that. It'll be like this actually. Yeah, can't really think of talking today. But I am thinking about the perspective. Ayo. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Actually, maybe yeah. I'm actually made this one. I'll go all the way around this time. So I guess this will just be a wraparound for this particular version, and then I can just have it come out the back or something. But yeah, art is definitely slow pick. Fuck me, Jesus! I just like slid all over my chair. Art is definitely slow pickings, and a lot of the times, like now, like look at this shit, bro. It doesn't really feel like you're making much progress, but you just gotta believe, I guess, right? We just have to believe very, very foolishly in ourselves. You know, there has to be a little bit of delirium to want to pursue a skill such as art, because it is just like learning an instrument or getting better at a sport. But I think art definitely, probably, in my opinion, embodies this very much so, which is it really is about the aggregation of marginal gains, right? Like it's as marginal as it fucking gets, especially with art. It requires so much patience and unwavering belief, genuinely unwavering belief. Because again, think about it. You literally have to believe that all the work that you're doing, and art is especially difficult because it's tactile, right? Everything that you do, you see. Well, and that means everything that you do, you have immediate feedback to whether it is what you expected or not, right? And on top of that, people don't really understand, beginners especially don't understand how much thinking goes into creating art. Genuinely, it's a lot of thinking involved, lots of thinking involved. It is an extremely cognitive intensive task. Right now I'm consistently thinking about the perspective, and I'm not just I can't just think about perspective. I have to apply that perspective, and I have to apply it with clean lines. I have to think about making sure my line work is good. You know, that's another thing. It's not just that either. I'm also now thinking about the shapes, right? The shape manipulations. There's a lot that goes into art. There's definitely a lot, and this is just the beginning. And again, like my progress, I used to think my progress was good. All my friends seem to think my progress is really good, but when I see what Antonio has accomplished, what Miandi or Miandai draws have accomplished, how does this look? It's a bit off center actually. Yeah, is that off center? Yes. Is it the? It's not off center. It's this. It's just this is off perspective slightly. It should be more like this. Yeah, there you go. See? I don't think this is off center though. It's coming down here, and okay, it's slightly off center. It could have been more this way. Oh yeah, there you go. Now literally it doesn't look off center anymore. Holy shit, it's crazy what tiny difference that makes. Okay, I'm just gonna drink some water. And I guess let's now do one of the other drills, right? This way I can practice my contour manipulation, as well as I think contour. What I've realized is a lot of it comes down to identifying the manipulated shape you're looking at, right? And it's not just something I've realized. Antonio said this multiple times when it comes to drawing from reference: is understanding what is being manipulated or what type of manipulation is occurring. And again, I am not that smart or that I guess prone to having good observation in that sense, right? Like that sort of understanding. I'm not gonna be able to articulate myself. I'm not gonna be able to articulate myself very well today, so please excuse me. But that is also difficult. But it's funny. It's easy for me when I'm just looking at it, but when I have to apply it on paper, that is also, I think, what makes art so difficult. It's not just about understanding. We can all understand perspective all we want and be like, oh, of course, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, right? Yes, it makes complete sense. Okay, now pick up a pen and actually do it. And then you're saying like, holy fuck, bro, like I actually have to visualize this? It's hard. But it's good. Like my cock. Okay. There's an empty space here that I want to fill. How about I just fill it with the manipulations that I see? So there's one manipulation, which is like this. And then it's like... Oh, well, I made it slightly different, but... like that. And then... what's happening there? And then, yeah, it's like... how does that work? That, right? Basically just a bent box. And this thing just like there's like a fucking the ellipse there. Yeah, but I guess this is just a shape we're going to be utilizing. Something like that. It's like a trigger of sorts. What other shapes do I see? Well, we can try another one. Again, this is actually, if I break it down to its most basic, this is literally just contour. What's wrong with my throat? Jesus Christ. Manipulation. Right. It's the contour being manipulated. And by the way, this is the trigger. That's the shape I'm looking at. Because I think the trigger is the most interesting one. It's the one that's, I guess, the most manipulated, right? And again, it's just... you see? It's just a bent box. A slightly bent box attached to this manipulated contour. And then there's a, I guess, a button here, which is literally just a box. Those all look pretty similar. And then there's another one. This one's actually pretty unique. It's like this. And there's a sort of inward and then outward curve. It kind of turns into a cylinder almost. I think it does. Yeah, but I can't see what's behind this one because the reference isn't showing it. But I guess we can imagine it's something like this. Then, yeah, it turns outward, goes into a cylinder like that. And you might think, wait, this doesn't make any sense, but now it will. Now it will. Okay, maybe it still doesn't make any sense. That's what that looks like. It's not actually the most accurate, but... And then there's also another trigger like that. I mean, at the end of the day, actually, what? Oh yeah, I was gonna do Art Wad workout tomorrow. I'm gonna do their loot boxes workout tomorrow. I think I've had enough of drills, not because I don't want to keep continuing, but to be honest, right now, this building my visual library is really just getting used to creating mannequins and using manipulated shapes for reference, right? And they're actually in their form intersection exercises, they have something like that where it's look at something, household object, something like that, and then you draw it using your manipulated shapes, right? So next one in my next round of form intersections, that's probably what I'm going to start doing, is maybe have a few days of just doing the addition and subtraction combinations, and then have a few days of actually really starting to make those mannequins and break them down, because right now, like the drills and stuff, they still look pretty damn complex, right? But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm utilizing that same concept but for these drills, and they do have really cool designs. Like here's another one. This is what the front looks like. It's like this. And I think what Antonio suggests is first draw it as it is in the reference and then manipulate it, because if you don't understand what you're looking at, then you're fucked. You ought to know what shapes you're actually putting down before you can just start changing their orientation, right? So, and then what is there? There's something like this, I guess. Again, lines need work, but that's just everlasting progress. I don't know, process, something like that. So it looks like that, and then there's something really interesting where this is happening. Okay, well this is all dark, I guess, as per the reference. It's just in shadow, but for the sake of making it more clear, I guess, I'm just gonna make it dark. Then there is a slightly protruding outward box, so it's like this. That, right? Actually, no, that's way off, but let's just roll with it. And I think it has a cutout. No, I think that thing is actually just a straight box. I just assumed it was slightly pushing outwards, like a pyramid almost. But I'm pretty sure it has a cutout like this. Yeah, something like that. And then this is where the interesting part comes in. Now we have single rounding. right? And this thing is also rounded. And then this is just flat or much thinner. I'm kind of starting to understand. I mean, funny enough, a lot of these design rules come from things we see in the real world, no? So, just gotta keep these general rhythms in mind. Small, big, large but thin, right? Thin. I don't know, something like that. I'm not too, uh, like, this is all very new to me. But yeah, I think the next step is really on my form intersection practices to start drawing fucking everything that is a household object or whatever they give us homework with manipulated shapes. And to recognize what each manipulated shape is, right? So when I draw it, I'm like, okay, so this is contour manipulation, this is bent cylinder, this is bent box, this is intersection, subtraction, a subtraction and intersection, subtraction and addition joined together. I mean, it also comes down to how well you can simplify it, right? Right now, and I think that's a skill that you build. Again, Antonio makes it look so easy, where he's just like, just simplify it, bro. But art is very difficult, so even the skill of understanding how to simplify something into its basic shapes, right? A lot of these artists will look at, like, I've seen a video of this artist and he's drawing a train, very like cool looking train, right? And he's using a reference, and that's what he's basing off of. And he's like, well, actually, you can see this is just a cylinder, and then this is this extra sort of. And they don't explain it like Antonio does, in my opinion, which is a bit more articulate. Where Antonio specifically has terms like contour manipulated, form wrapping, all those things, right? Because he's the one who's pioneered, quote unquote, as in just brought. Obviously, he's pioneered in the sense that he's the one who's bringing this information in such a clean, neat package. Not just him, the team, of course, but Artwad is bringing this information in such a clean, neat, easy to digest package, right? But yeah, this artist was just like, oh, and this one's kind of like this shape right here. They've all intuited it, and for them, they're just like, oh, of course, I just draw these bunch of shapes, and now I have the shape language, and that's their visual library, and they've added it. But for me, I think the language helps a lot more. Otherwise, it starts looking like this shit. Like, what the fuck is this? But okay, let's draw a drill now. One of these drills, and turn into a mannequin. Ooh, this one's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna draw it here, and I'm gonna try rotating it here. This one looks really cool. What the fuck am I looking at here? Well, I can just simplify it for the time being, which can be something like shit. Maybe I'm complicating it still, and this could have been simplified even further. But from what I can tell, it's just two tiny boxes laid out like so. And yeah, the tinier, the fucking harder it is to do the line clearly. Oh god. It's so bad. Yeah, I was talking to my girlfriend, I'm just like, even though I know I roast my own art, and I'm like, this is shit, that's shit, I still feel as if I'm learning a lot, and I don't really beat myself up for these little mistakes, because the thing is, I'm putting the effort. The intent to make this look decent is there. You know what I mean? I may have made this a bit too big, but that's okay. Because, yeah, I think it's gonna go into that. But, so what this is, well, first we should just, it's like that, right? So what is this? These are boxes aligned in a specific manner. This is just a cylinder right? As basic as it gets, just a cylinder. And then that is attached to, and it's gonna go into this a bit. But that is, oh wait, very interesting. And we also have something like this, some single rounding. That's a cover over it, like so. And now this is expanding outward, like so. And the bottom part has a box attached to it, but it's intersected in it. So it's kind of like this. Yeah, it's kind of like this. And we just, but it's not just a box, it's a box with a cutout specifically. And I can't tell if it's elliptical or not, so I'm just going to make it, well, it seems to be like this actually, like this almost. Yeah, and then it is kind of coming around like that. And this is going in back like this. It's cutting back in, and yeah, then it's coming back around. And over here we have, because it's I'm pretty sure it's covering this entire thing. So something like this, where I believe it is coming around. And it's jutting out. It's going over like that. Something like that. And then we have from the back, like that. And this is cutting in again. Interesting. Really, really cool. And this is also an ellipse, I believe, but I think this is intentionally narrow. I might have made this way too wide, but I'm also trying to follow this, right? So I think this is literally just an ellipse. Okay, now what is this shape though? There's a shape here that's really interesting. And that might just be, well, it is just kind of cutting in like so. And it seems like it's a cylinder attached to a manipulated contour. So what does that mean? So it's like this, and then if something coming out like this, it's attached to this. So yeah, and but the thing is, it's attached, so it's, well, this is going this way, and there's just some fucking drills, some nuts. This is like so, something like that. It's not super accurate, I want to stress that, but it is something that I'm just kind of thinking about while I do it. And then, funny enough, I'm already drawing this in a completely different perspective, so that's actually pretty helpful. And then we have an ellipse here, which is also attached to this, so it's like that. It's not supposed to be that big. Actually, nah, it's not. It's not supposed to be that big, but it's okay. This comes down. This is just another cylinder, right? Just another cylinder, and then attached to this is multiple rounded cylinder. So what does that mean? That means it's just a cylinder that is attached like so. So it is literally like attached. There you go, like so. It's supposed to be a lot bigger, but for the sake of okay, I'm still in frame, right? Yeah, but it's a bit too far away. There you go. Cool. I don't want to make this mistake again. Or even this. So it was like this. I was like here. So it was still in frame. That's good. And okay, it's been half an hour. You know what? Good. I'm glad I decided to draw today because I'm back in the mojo, baby. Okay, and then this is going to be a very hard line for me to do. But we're going to attempt it. There you go. It's like that. And then it's, again, just coming downwards. So it can be like this. I'm trying to think how that cylinder would work. So it's coming back in. It's like that, right? That way, if we had something tinier, like this. Oh yeah, it'd be like here. So it'd be like this, like that. There you go. And then this is also very difficult line. Okay, again, it's like a bit cut off, but that's what it is. And let's just make this in shadow. Yeah, not perfect, but okay. And then this is also an interesting shape. So it's here. This is essentially, it gets cut off around here, and we actually have another cut right here, I believe. It goes like that, and now we have this. It's like this, yeah. It's very slight. I guess slightly larger, right? There you go. It's like that. This obviously kind of looks wonky right now. Yeah, because like the perspective, I couldn't make it more pronounced. So that's actually a bit wonky. Let's just acknowledge that it's wonky. Wee, wonky line. Wonky line. But, hey, I tried. Actually, I didn't try clearly, because if I did this, I made it much larger and put it here, then it would have been like that. Okay, well, but now I know. Right, it's all about the learning journey. Okay, and then we have something that comes out of this. Let's just make it a very simple box for the time being. Fuck, how did that line come about? Fuck me. Yeah, let's just make it a box. Come like that. That's a box. And then, well, this is going down. So we have a shape that's kind of going down here and then coming back up. This is basically just a manipulated box, right? I don't think it's too difficult to understand. Yeah, not that difficult to understand. And there's also the handle. Yeah, I made this fucking huge. Jesus Christ. God, my composition is not good. It is garbage tier. Like, this is leading into this. This is fucking cut off. Everything looks wonky. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? But yeah, and this is obviously incorrect. This right here, this really fucks with everything. That looks okay. Then this. And okay, what shape? This is a manipulated contour, so this is actually pretty simple. This connects into that, right? We're not gonna see this right now, but it's literally this. Fuck off, man. I need to stop because I'm looking at the reference. Waist. Just like that. Come down a little bit. So. Just like this. Cool. So that just connects straight to that. And then again, this is part of the manipulated contour, so that's it's like this. And this is actually, there's a bit of rounding going on here. Because this is at an angle, so that's right. Yeah, see, that's at an angle. That's supposed to be an angle. We don't want this to be straight. It's angled. And then this is just a box. Actually, this is not a bad practice. I know it looks really shitty and wonky or whatever, but I actually did turn it the perspective completely different as well. In the actual perspective, it's just to the side, but I've turned it this way, so that's pretty good. And then yeah, this is just another box, rounded of course. Obviously my perspective it's hard to keep it all in line. Look at that. It's going this way, but then I made it go wrong. It's okay. And then there's just an addition right here of a manipulated contour. Same here. Something like that. So yeah, that's this random drill, and it has a little fucking logo thing over here. Yeah. Cool. I guess. There's also some additions, I guess you could call them. Just like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. How does that look on camera though? It doesn't look horrible. I can't even fucking touch the paper and moan because my sweaty ass or slightly sweaty palms will smudge it. Okay. I'm gonna do a different one now. This is good. This is just a practice into thinking about the way essentially the basic shapes can be manipulated, right? And I'm just trying to right now I guess I'm just focusing on practicing the ability to create a mannequin from a reference. So it's obviously very difficult. Again, all of these skills are very difficult, but I think what's definitely going to, I think what's definitely going to improve this is going to be the what's it called, the fucking form intersections third assignment, right? Which I mentioned, which is just drawing household items, but with the manipulated shapes, that should probably help a lot. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm very stuck with my art. Other times I feel as if I'm very liberated and I can understand things. But I think that's a pretty organic process that every artist goes through. And I'm still a baby. I'm literally 2 years into art. 2 years, 2 months, right? Barely 2 years, barely 2 months from 2 years. And yeah, I don't know if my progress was good or not. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep going. Obviously, the whole point is watch me become great, not watch a great person become greater. I don't think there's any joy in that. Nobody's watching these videos, but just the fact that these videos exist, I think, will be a testament to what can be done. I have no doubt that I'll be an incredible artist 10 years from now, but these are the growing pains, I'd like to think. Growing pains is probably the wrong word. This is the learning. This is the learning, right? If I were to consider this as pain, then might as well fucking break this pen right now, because I clearly don't deserve to be an artist, or just a learner in general. It's another interesting shape. Okay, this one's a bit more simple. So let's make it a different perspective. Let's do it from the back, right? So that's actually gonna be very hard because it's actually the one I'm about to draw is in this perspective, but I'm going to literally just flip it around and do it from like this perspective. So it's gonna be pretty difficult, but yeah, let's do it. Actually, maybe I can even make it more annoying and like this instead. Yes, that's gonna fucking hurt the shit out of my brain. Okay. Well, I know the back is just a very simple cylinder, so I can coast off of that. But there is an attachment. And what is that attachment, you ask? That attachment is another cylinder. So it's like so fucking... Yeah, that's accurate because it's slightly different. It's going in, it's going that way. And then we have pretty sure this intersection is incorrect because it's supposed to be a cylinder with a cylinder, and I should have probably made it more like this actually. Yeah. But either way, that's okay. That's okay. Still learning. Let's just make the bottom a box, right? So there you go. So what is that? That is, Oh no, wait, it's like this actually. So it's like this. Something like that. Yeah, I think I already fucked this up, but it's okay. It is what it is. Okay. So there's that, and then there's another cylinder that's goes all the way, and this cylinder just tapers out like so. I shouldn't have drawn this part because there is an attachment here. What is that attachment? It is, looks like this basically. It's actually attached to this, but it's like, this is just another manipulated contour. And again, just I don't know. This is actually very hard. We could just sort of make some shit up and add it like that. No, but you see, that's a completely different perspective. Okay, I definitely messed this up, but we're committed, so let's just keep going. It's like this. And this is another multiple rounding cylinder. Speaking of, like, I'm excited to do multiple rounding. Oh, fuck me, I meshed this not right. There you go. Because if we have a smaller one, projected outwards. There you go. Okay, so we have one, and then there's another, it projects it a little bit more after that. So again, if we have a small one, project it outwards. There you go. And then there's just a cylinder. Okay, well, this is incorrect. Right, I haven't really taken notes as of late, but let's just do this. Incorrect perspective. Let's see. Incorrect fucking shit handwriting. Addition. Right. Incorrect perspective. This is also actually wrong perspective. Incorrect perspective. Yeah, whatever. Okay. What else have I done wrong here? This just looks wonky as shit in general, but whatever. I think I need those artwad work. I think I definitely need the form intersection drawing things. I'm gonna try watching more of Antonio's videos, see how other people do it, or the artwad course, their content. Yeah. Somehow it's already been 54 minutes. Let me just practice, or just take at least a shape. Wow, I can't believe my hour of practice was just this. This is why I love that nobody's gonna watch this, because the learning phase, nobody cares about someone who is learning. Nobody, literally nobody. Okay, you can tell that by views. You can tell that by retention. People don't care, and myself included, when somebody is learning. Obviously, I put value in my journey. I love how my smiley face fucking jizzing into sad face. That's why the face is still there. But from what I can tell and what I believe, my opinion, um, people do not want to see progress that is middling, nor do they want to see skill that is middling, right? Whilst we enjoy the hero's journey, I think that's more in media. When it is as slow and as arduous as my current journey is, right? I've put out, this is gonna be video 24. 24 videos, 24 hours, right? In 24 hours, my progress, my skill has gone up, let's say about 1%, maybe 2% max, right? But in 2400 hours, that's a fucking that's a 10x in skill, right? But 2400 hours is 5 years away. So that's why I keep saying 5 to 10 years from now, people will, again, because my videos are so long, I don't think people, even if they did watch these videos, they'd probably just skip around. They really wouldn't stop to pay attention as to what I'm doing. It would serve as inspiration for beginners to know that you can actually improve, obviously, and it would serve as almost a statement. I feel that's the whole point of this channel. I want to make a statement, right? That an hour a day, 5 days a week, with intent for a skill with as high of a fucking learning curve and as high of a ceiling as art, you can become great, right? And I know I'm saying 5 to 10 years, but I want it to be known this is going to be, if YouTube is hopefully still around, this will be a 40 to 50 year channel. I'm going to have so many fucking hard drives, bro, all that money, god damn it. You guys better fucking pay for that shit on my... I need to set up the Patreon. I keep talking about it. I haven't done it yet. I'm just going to set that shit up by the end of the week. Let's give myself by the end of the week. That way I can feel as if I'm accomplishing something until I actually am forced to do it. But yeah, I know all of this. I know all of this. None of this is interesting to watch. I'm very well aware. You know, it's not fun to listen to. It's not fun to watch, right? Apart from my girlfriend, of course. She just likes listening to my voice because she's fucking stuck with me. She has no choice, right? But this is just like, and she doesn't even fucking watch my videos. She just fucking proves my point right there. She literally doesn't watch. She just listens. Such insult to my honor. But yeah. Anyways, this is the hard part, right? All the learning that I'm trying to do right now, and sometimes it's scary because I actually don't know if I've quote unquote learned anything. But at the same time, as you can see, just from a couple of these, clearly I was able to make something interesting. Nothing incredible, nothing perfect, but, or quote unquote perfect, but nothing incredible, nothing really with good design, right? It's still very nonsensical, still very cluttered, still very messy. I'm still having trouble thinking ahead, right? Sometimes perspective has issues, as you can see, like all over here, but the whole point being that the application, the practice of the God damn it, I keep having to burp. The practice of the fundamentals allows in unforeseen applications, right? You might not expect, in layman's terms for you illiterates, doing the hard work can bring about some really surprising and creative results, even if you don't see those results or feel those results are in the process of being made. So, on that note, let me just draw some random interesting shapes. I feel as if the handle shape, all these handles are very interesting, so let's practice it one more time. So it's basically, what is it? It's like this. It's a shape like this, and then it curves like this, and then it brings about. It's like this. We're fucking. There's literally like a bent box coming out. The exact same curve. Oh, but it actually goes a bit inwards, right? And that's perspective. And that's what a lot of these handles for drills specifically seem to be, right? And then they also have like interesting things going on here where there's just like a lot of random designs. like that. Like that. That's a drill design. Let me try making up my own, or at least a handle design. Let me try doing one on my own, so we can have something like. Well, let me try. And then what? See, that's the handle. And then what is? I'm gonna do line practice tomorrow probably before I do a workout. So I just want to really practice my lines. But and then what is happening? It's like that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even. Bro, my perspective is so fucking off. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I think actually what I'm gonna do instead of line practice tomorrow, I'm just gonna do some basic boxes in different perspective. Really bring that together. The less so boxes is just I'm just gonna try doing random shapes that are manipulated or not in the same perspective, and then rotating them. I'm gonna try doing that tomorrow. I think I'll just call that what should I practicing shapes. Practicing manipulated shapes, I guess. Call it right. Oh no, I could just call it. I could just be the same thing as like clusters, perspective clusters, because they technically will be perspective clusters. It'll just be more intentional, I guess. And it will be time to add contour manipulations to that as well. Even though I haven't done many contour manipulations. How much time do I have? Okay, it's been an hour. Well, I am really tired today, so I guess that could explain the lack of good line work, right? Sure. Let's just try one more. Let's really think. It's so hard to think right now. So we could do something like. Then this could. That. And. We could do. Something like that. That's I guess that doesn't even make fucking sense. Just leave it. Just leave it. I'm tired. All right. I did my best. I still think I learned quite a bit, but my brain is not expending the energy that I would like it to right now, and I still have to fucking do an hour piano after this. So good luck to me. And with that, another practice. How do I really feel about the practice? Well, if I were to put my emotions into it, obviously it's like, you know, lot of things weren't really flowing well today. It was a difficult practice day, but I also didn't sleep well because it was just one of those nights. I have this like once a month where I just fucking like I literally get up to take a piss and then I come back and I'm just awake and I'm like fuck. I ended up watching some videos of the scenes from the movie Leon the Professional. Very very good movie. The ending was like I was watching scenes from the ending the last 30 minutes. Fucking phenomenal. But also some really weird scenes, if you know what I'm talking about. Little bit of uh, PDF implications from the director's end. I don't think the script and the acting was done in a way where it would seem wholesome, but the shots that were taken and some sequences that occurred were quite suspect. And by quite suspect, I mean pretty fucking in your face, like as loud and blaring, suspicious as it gets. So, and I saw some Reddit comments that confirm my suspicions that the director was a bit of a fucker in the head, and that's all I need. All I need is a few comments with many upvotes. So that affirms my beliefs. But yeah, this was an okay session. It is what it is. I still feel like I learned things. I still feel like I'm. At this what okay? What did it make me think about? I still thought about the fact that contour manipulations are part of these shapes, right? That's pretty big. I still thought about the general shape design, and I still practiced drawing something from reference, but in a different perspective, right? And breaking down some of the shapes that exist. Now, were they as, I guess, were they applied as great as I would have liked? That was my ability to think as focused and as strong as I would have wanted to? No, but it's always like that. I think with my learning, it's always just difficult to focus and to keep going, but that's the process, right? I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that this will be a very very long journey for me, and I have multiple times, but days like this where everything feels off, and especially the lines being all shaky, they aren't the most affirming of days. But this is where having a positive growth oriented mindset comes into play, which is a day like this needs to be framed as pivotal, extremely important. The days where I struggle, the days where things just, even when I'm really trying to think and like I'm really trying to do my best, are just difficult. These are the days I should value, because again, every single mistake, which is all of these drawings, are learning lessons, and they're not just conscious learning lessons, they're subconscious learning lessons for my brain. My brain will be playing this back over and over because it has expended enough energy, focus, and attention in order to believe that there is value to be retained in efficiently learning and processing this information. That's how learning works, to my understanding, right? Something like that. So yeah, I've just talked myself into thinking this was actually a great learning session. Would you look at that? Fucking positivity. Uh, and with that being said, yeah, keep drawing, you stupid fucking kunz, and please give me money. You see how I added a little twist? I didn't insult you in the beginning, so I decided to berate you in the end. You're all welcome. Goodbye.